Ooh, what's up, nerds and geeks? My name is OMG WTF LOL FTW BRB. Welcome back to more Troll Extreme Wrestling 2013, or excuse me, 2016. We are playing as the WWF in the year 2001. More importantly, we are booking Invasion, and we're going to be running Sunday Night Heat tonight. We had one locker room incident, positive as per usual. The Undertaker continuing along with passing along tips, this time on psychology, to his protege, Mark Jindrak. So nothing too special besides that. Other than that, yeah, I don't really got much else to say. So let's go ahead and run the show, shall we? So we open up with a C minus, not too bad, and a C minus and about that had subpar wrestling and little heat. Billy Kidman defeating Kid Cash, who was our local talent superstar that we brought in tonight, defeating Kid Cash with the shooting star press in 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Despite them not clicking, which this is the second week in a row that we discovered Billy Kidman does not have chemistry with Rey Mysterio as teaming, and now doesn't click with Kid Cash in one-on-one action. But despite that, they still managed to get a C minus, which isn't too bad. Kidman had an in-ring performance of a C. Kid Cash at a D. No worker improvements. I did have these guys work the crowd to help kind of like warm them up. It doesn't seem like they did, but it doesn't seem like they cooled them either. It just kind of seems like they went out there and put on a decent showing. We then go to a D plus that did indeed cool the crowd. We see a Right to Censor promo airing, and we see Goodfather, Val Venus, Ivory. They're all standing beside Steven Richards. Their music is playing in the background. And Richards is talking, and he's saying, attention viewers, this is not a warning. Your children, your family, and your lives are at risk by the constant vulgar, disgusting, and downright disturbing television that you feed your eyes on a weekly basis. Is invading your lives. Luckily for you, the Right to Censor is here to ensure the rules. And then I'd imagine like a TV being shut off or something. Just a pretty much basic promo hyping up the Right to Censor. Nothing too special here, but I guess in a way this is a sign that we are probably going to be... I'm going to try to do something with the Right to Censor. I haven't been doing anything with them, and it's always been an angle that I myself liked. So if anything, I want to at least book their demise. Ivory is improving at acting, so that is a plus. We then go to a C. See, originally, and I'll tell you guys in a second, about this match here, but Bull Buchanan, who is one of our developmental superstars, and I believe he's also like a former WWE Tag Team Champion, Big Boss Man or something, brought him up for one night only to have him team with Big Boss Man, who has returned from his injury. Originally, I was going to have these two men take on... Oh boy. They were going to take on heels. I just don't remember who they are. Actually, you know what? It was going to be the Right to Censor. That's why I gave them that angle. I was originally going to have it be the Right to Censor since Bull Buchanan was originally a member of the Right to Censor, but that is until I realized that both Bossman and Buchanan were heels. So I decided just to give the Dudleys their win back since I already had borrowed Bull Buchanan from developmental. Either way, we got a C rating here, and about that had decent wrestling but little heat. The Dudley boys, Bubba Ray and Devon, defeating the team of Big Boss Man and Bull Buchanan when Devon Dudley defeated the Big Boss Man with a 3D. Buchanan was the weak link in the match, struggling to keep up with everyone's performance. It's probably why he's in developmental. He's not suited to his gimmick, unfortunately, and a pretty rowdy crowd were already over the case of Bull Buchanan, so that sucks for him. Dudleys have great chemistry, excellent chemistry. Both Devon and Bubba at a B rating, not a B plus. Buchanan an E, and Bossman at a C. Also, Bubba's improving in flying, which... Was he the one that did what's up this time? Because why else would he be improving in flying? We then go to a B rating, just our weekly This Week in the WWF segment, recapping the events that took place on both Raw and SmackDown between Rock and Diamond Dallas Page, Mick Foley and Regal, Angle and Benoit, and Ron Simmons and Bradshaw. So it didn't lose any heat for anybody, and it didn't gain any heat, but that's fine. Just another way to get some time wasted here on Sunday Night Heat. We then go to a C minus, and you'll notice here that we now have Heat storylines. Like I said, I've been trying to remember to do this, but I've forgotten. But I kind of want to run Sunday Night Heat storylines to be exclusive, and they kind of like end before the pay-per-view, kind of like the pre-show. Either way, we come back from what I'd imagine being a commercial break to a C- rating. We have Mark Jindrak and Sean Stasiak. They're both already standing in the ring. Sean Stasiak takes the mic and he says, "Well, well, well. Isn't it impressive how much can change in a week? Last week I was just another face on the card, but now not only am I in the baddest tag team in wrestling today with my buddy Mark Jindrak, but I also serve as the bodyguard to our Lord, Steven Regal. But as great as this week has been, I can't take my mind off of last week. I'm sure as many of you remember last week when I took on I'm sure many of you remember last week when I took on and lost to Rikishi. Well, not this week. Rikishi, this is a challenge to you. Get your fat ass out here so I can kick it and get my win back." And then we have Rikishi's music hits as he makes his way down to the ring to accept Sean Stasiak's Sean Stasiak match. There we go. And yeah, our main event of the night is going to be a rematch from last week featuring Stasiak and Rikishi. Stasiak wants his win back. Rikishi says, "Fine, give it to me." Also a way to test how both him and Jindrak are. Stasiak was rating on entertainment, and Jindrak was on overness, so not too bad getting a C- here. We then move on to our main event of the night, which gets a solid C rating. In a poor match, Rikishi defeating Sean Stasiak by disqualification when Stasiak was disqualified after Mark Jindrak ran in and attacked Rikishi. So maybe Rikishi's going for the stink face. Maybe he already has him up for his bonsai drop or whatever the hell it's called. When Mark Jindrak comes sliding in the ring and attacks Rikishi, having the referee ring the bell and award the victory to Rikishi. But you can imagine Stasiak and Jindrak continue on with the beating here. So Stasiak was off his game, but he is getting better at his gimmick. Rikishi's also getting better at his gimmick. Sean Stasiak had an in-ring performance of a D+. Rikishi had a C, and that gave the Stasiak, Jindrak, and Too Cool heat. Gave him heat, basically, their feud. So we move on to our closing segment of the night, which gets a C-. The match is over. Jindrak and Stasiak, they're continuing the beatdown on Rikishi, looking to send a message. That leads to Scotty 2 Hotty, Rikishi's tag team partner, attempting to make the save, but unfortunately for him, Mark Jindrak and Stasiak, too strong, too big, take down Scotty with ease, and continue to beat down on both now Rikishi and Scotty 2 Hotty to end off the show. Scotty came across well, surprisingly, which, that's surprising, just saying. No worker improvements. We end the show, and we get a solid C+ for this week's Sunday Night Heat to end it off. And as per usual with Sunday Night Heat, we are going to continue simulating forward until we get to Monday Night Raw. So, of course, if you guys only came for the show, you might want to click off now. So, thank you guys for watching. As always, my name's been OMGWTF, LOL to WBRB, and I will see you guys for Monday Night Raw. Those of you nerds and geeks who wants to stick around for some behind-the-scenes fun, stick around with me as we simulate forward. So, just drug test feeds, nothing too special there. Of course, we have a couple of people mad at us, but that's fine. So let's go ahead and simulate even further as we see Looney Lane. She certainly looks like a loony. We have a decision. SmackDown aired, got a 41.89. New Japan Top Super Junior Report. What is this? Is that like the tournament? Doesn't look like it. I think it would have told me if they held the Super Junior tournament yet. Spike Dudley's on the rise, which is cool because, you know, he works for us. Also, Sean O'Hare is now 100%, as I'm sure this will let us know. Yep. We also have a decision, which I'm assuming is going to either be a incident or, nope, one of our developmental trainers. Who did I want to send you to, by the way? So we have OVW, which I believe I was going to send Ricky Steamboat to. Terry Funk, I believe, was going to go to HWA. Just because, I mean, I don't know anything about HWA, but that just kind of sounds like the more hardcore. Yeah, let's send Harley Race to NWA. So Harley Race is going to become the head trainer for HWA. So let's go ahead and, no, not HWA, excuse me, NWA Wildside. Let's complete that contract. And there we go. Something else I want to do here. We're going to go to staff here. So Les Thatcher is the current head booker of HWA. NWA Wildside, we have Bill Burns. I'm going to go ahead and we can. I didn't know that. What? I thought, interesting. Well, I guess might as well just assign some people here. So, what is this one again? This is NWA, right? Which I was going to assign, what's his name, as the, Harley Race as the head booker, but I guess we can't. Oh boy. Well, I guess we'll just keep it the way it is then. Could have sworn we were able to do that. Huh. Yeah, I guess not. I thought we were able to assign, I wonder if it's going to be the same for everybody. Assign people to certain places, but I guess not. Either way, Harley Race is the head trainer down at NWA Wildside. Continue moving forward here as we see Tank Abbott. Someone who's on our short list, actually. Then again, don't get too excited. I mean, the only reason he is because I know he... Ooh, what's this? Helena Heavenly is now dating Charlie Haas. So if we go to Charlie Haas over here, who is 29, he's dating Helena Heavenly, who I believe said was 25. Won't lie. Probably could do a little better, but who am I to judge? She looks a lot older for her. Let's just say the picture is not the best picture in the world. Doesn't do her justice, per se. Good for Charlie Haas, though, in-game. Have another decision, probably another trainer. Most likely, unless it's going to be a decision. Oh, NWA Wildside had a show. Let's check that out real quick. So, Jay-Z Daz defeated Todd Sexton. Don't know if I own either of those guys. John Phoenix defeating Jason Cross. Caprice Coleman defeating R. Michaels and Colt Cabana to retain the NWA Georgia Junior Heavyweight Championship. AJ Styles defeating Ren and RVD. And Prince Justice defeating Ernest Miller to retain the NWA Wildside Heavyweight Championship. So all good for them. Both superstars. So we have Ricky Steamboat, who was going to go to OVW. And Terry Funk, who's going to go to HWA. And now we have our head trainers for each company. And we're also one night away from Monday Night Raw, so that is also a plus. What do we have here? Lance Russell's retiring. Does he work for anywhere? No, he's retired. Or not retired, but doesn't work anywhere. Heat was shown, got a 2.88 rating. Balls Mahoney is rising. I think we already have Balls Mahoney on our short list. No, we don't. Might as well add him. Tajiri staying with IWA PR. Offered a contract to CZW. JJ Johnson is a hot property. Got a couple things here, but I'm going to have an alarm go off, so I'm kind of just waiting for this minute to pass so I can turn my alarm off. I set an alarm for 4:20 every day. Let's just put it that way. Whatever. All right. So Jim Cornette has contacted us to be... He wants to come to the main roster. So pretty much the problem that we had with Dave Taylor is now the problem we're going to be having with Jim Cornette until I either fire him or bring him to the main roster. I would consider bringing Jim Ross to the main roster at least. Jim Cornette, excuse me. Like I said before, Tajiri was offered both a contract to ZZW and IWPR, or IWAPR. Our broadcasting deal with DirecTV and Cablevision is expiring, but we knew that. And as we know, Heat got that 2.88 rating. Yeah, we're going to let those run up. Either way, Nerds and Geeks, let's check off the storylines before we end this episode off, just to see where we stand with everything. And as always, my name's been OMG, WTF, LOL, FTW, BRB. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, do me a favor, leave me a comment, like, and subscribe if you have not already. And, yeah, don't forget to share this video with your friends, Facebook, and Twitter, and I'll see you guys for Monday Night Raw. So until then, have a wonderful day.